Hi, welcome back to the Dylan Rounds case. Welcome if you're currently here in the live chat. I appreciate it. As we do go along in this video, feel free to share your thoughts, opinions, and reactions to what's going to be talked about. And you can talk about a range of other different subjects and themes if you want to, okay? If you haven't already, make sure to check out my previous video I did. It was to do with Lucin Pond before and after from 7 months ago to recent time, February 2023. Some interesting observations made. I'll provide a link down below in the pinned comment section. Feel free to watch it after watching this video, okay? So today, what we're going to be taking a look at is an article that has been written up. Maybe it's on a blog website by an individual. We're going to read through it and try and analyze and see if there's any new information, anything of interest, any contradictions, okay? Also, big, important thing to acknowledge. I need everyone to be focused right now for a couple of seconds. The title of this video, part of it, will probably be in quotation marks because that's quoting the title of this article, okay? So if anyone wants to complain, whinge or whine, it's not me that's worded it like that, it's that article. Hence why we're looking at it today to see what it's all about. Is it important or not? Is it misinformation or not? We'll get to the bottom of it, okay? It's all under control. In addition, I need to address one individual later on. We will get to that eventually. And if there is time afterwards or so, we may be able to check the maps. We'll just see how things go, of course. I think what we'll do first of all is just check back on the previous comments of the last video, see if any questions need to be answered, see what other people have been saying, share their opinions, spread the discussions. Because look, aside from answering questions and maybe adding on, analysing, certain people leave comments, right? Whether it be last night, today, whenever, and they get slept on, not literally. They get ignored at times, and that's it, forgotten. So to be able to bring back these comments from the past, not that long ago, and push them forwards so people can see them now, it can be useful, okay? So we'll do that first. Just wait for people to gather in this live video premiere, and then we push on to the article, okay? Right, so we'll start from the bottom, work our way up to the newest comment, okay? So to begin with, we've got Mad Mabel. Okay, so I got the name wrong last time. I thought she was called Marble. I thought she lost her marbles, but no, it's Mabel. Sorry, Mabel. Let's just read what she's got to say. Raffi, why block Mabel? Mabel promises to be a good girl. See, this is the thing, Mabel. Let's just reinforce it as well. You see Joseph, he can respond back to you, and you can clearly read his comments and he can see yours. Hence, you're not blocked. If a person was blocked and they left a comment, if they signed out of their account and viewed it in incognito mode or in a different account, their previous comment wouldn't show up. That would be the point of view for all the other viewers. If you leave a comment, all the other people can't see it, okay? If a person, someone else, blocks you, they will no longer see your comments, but everyone else can still see your comments. It's only when the actual channel person, the host, me, if I blocked you, then no one could see your comments. But clearly, people are responding to you, thus meaning you're not blocked, okay? So, okay, you got a bit of an angry emoji there. Just calm down, simmer down. You know, there's a couple of other people that have to simmer down with time, but fail to do so. But there you go, that's humans. Let's just see them. Lol, so Joseph is already getting on in there. Lol, you're looking for a man, Mabel. What meds are you on, and do you have any felonies? Very critical question, Joseph, when it comes to felonies or crime, because as we've heard, with the Dylan Rounds case, it's almost like a thieves' den, almost like a pirate bay. Not that dodgy website, but a place where people with backgrounds gather together, which is interesting. What's this? Mabel treats her man like a king. I'm only on Xanax, Zoloft, Wellbutrin, Paxil, Adderall, Haldol, and Thorazine. Nothing serious. Mabel has 1 felony for armed robbery, but that's it. Mabel needs a new man. My flaps are drying out. You available, Joseph? Huh. Oh, Mabel, didn't take you long to move on to the next individual. Whew. So, Mabel, cat flaps, bit of a sticky situation, isn't it? What's this? Mabel couldn't comment no more, Rafi. I think I'm pregnant with your baby. Please don't abandon Mabel and tell that hussy Weedleby to leave Mabel alone before I mule kick her in the moose knuckle, which is the dangly bit down below. I've got a brand new pair of size 13 Doc Martens too. Well, good for you. Now, this is the thing. In the past, I was known for coming across pregnancy test in graveyards, as some of you will confirm because you've seen it. And it was like, whose were they? Maybe all this time, Mabel, it was you rummaging around these graveyards, testing the kit, maybe. And it's all catched up all of a sudden. Oh no, what am I going to do? Now, this is the thing. Let's go for child support. My God, already doing that with the fucking red robe and Bella V. God, that's a nightmare already. Poor robe. God. And please, Mabel, don't tell me you're going to give birth to another robe. Oh no, please no. Joseph, oh yeah, I'll be your gay best friend forever and help you get the best hookup girl can hope for. We were born to be friends. Okay, so I don't know if this is turning into some kind of dodgy novel, but I guess we'll continue. Andrew Knock One Bet Culver says, bro, have you got a link for that live toy is going to be on in this RV? Right, Rory, mate. Christy, love is in the air. Oh my God, Christy, don't even get it started. Christy Cross. How do you say it? Christy Twisty Christy. That's this. Joseph, yeah, I have a million questions which I hope I make it home in time to call in. You're gonna call in, Joseph? You're gonna make it in time? Can't make it here, can you? My God. Thank God you're not a pizza delivery man, because all those pizzas would not be delivered on time. You think about Stoney. Stoney delivering a pizza. Yeah, one pizza man. Want a pizza man? She's gonna be angry by the end. Tom Evans, it's on Johnny. Yep. Andrew Culver, surprise, Mad Marble has already commented on the live chat. Yeah, so you're not blocked. Okay. Oh, here we go more. Mad Mabel, don't start no shit and they won't be no shit, Christy. Okay, all my boyfriends turn gay, so I love gay men. Okay. Mad Mabel, keep fucking around, Andrew, and you're gonna find out. Oh, watch out, Andrew Culver. Lol, I'm not surprised. With meds like yours, I'm sure you don't have any lack for friends. Lol, you know, all the guys hang out at Johnny Yarbrith's lives. Do you hang out over all there? I was hoping you'd go into act today in a live stream. I was looking forward to some schizophrenic entertainment. I mean, this thing, you know, Joseph, if you're saying all the boys hang out at Johnny Yarbrith's channel, maybe if you combine them all together, you might be able to fulfill a complete palette of teeth, maybe. Let's continue. Oh, we've got Sandra McKay. Shout out to Sandra. Looks to be a new viewer. Let's see what she says. It looks to me that the railroad built up the banks of the pond to stop erosion, then removed enough shrubs and trees so it will be more visible from the gate, possibly to discourage vagrants and squatters. This is just a speculation on my part. Okay. Now, this is the thing. If it was to discourage squatters, etc., I don't think that worked, because if you look back on Google Earth Pro, you go back in time to 2013 imagery or 2016 imagery in that span, there's a trailer, RV trailer, and a car parked up by the side. So someone was there at a point. They did move away eventually. I don't know if it was by choice or not, but I don't think it was successful in deterring people. But the bit about the railroad building up the banks of the pond, I mean, that wood as well on the sides, I guess that's what you're referring to stop the erosion. I understand that. And as well, there was a couple of people, Sandra, last night in the chat that kind of reinforced your point in terms of the railroad community, or whoever you call them, being somewhat responsible for the pond, or like owning it in some way, with it being nearby and so on. If anyone wants to reinforce it with other history of the location, feel free to do so. What else do we have? Okay, so we've got that comment we'll refer to later. Okay, so Indiana. Ooh, do you know what? When it first said read more, I thought, oh no, Indiana, you're gonna do this to me again. Not a storybook novel, but no, it's only a small paragraph. I'll let you off. So Indiana says, just a quick throw in. In the day I had been over at True Crime Utah, Glorendellen, following the AM case, a lovely lady and a place of calm and peacefulness. Anyway, I watched on this case things I did not know before. It was about AM's phone and the information given from it. The bit I want to refer to is the amount of steps taken by whoever has the phone in their hand, an iPhone in this case. So you can have phone pings that give as near to locations, but the phone is recording a lot more. So I'm wondering if Dylan's iPhone had been doing the same to be found by LE, or more so by the FBI. And if so, what extra information did it throw on Dylan's whereabouts when he was travelling by foot prior to disappearing? Just a thought. I mean, I can kind of understand that by Indiana, and some of it I do agree with. Like, the rough phone ping, what we saw before we heard about it being found in the pond, it was nearby to the pond, but it was a little down south, and it was in that area where it looked kind of white and salty, the ground, and I wasn't sure what area it was. Was it flat ground? Was there a ditch in it? Hopefully some of you can remember. I always called it the final phone ping, and even Tyler Feller in the past, or Chris from Mob Crew, did the same thing with a final ping marker in that area. And that's what we always kept referring back to. And fast forward to now, just a bit more north at the pond, that's where the actual phone was found. So yeah, maybe there was additional data which didn't reveal anything too suspicious like call logs or text messages, maybe, but it at least did reveal a truer, is it truer, an actual word, a more true location of where the phone was, because they did find it. So I guess that confirms that at least. The only question I have is probably a bit of a silly one. What condition was the phone in, right? I assume the phone doesn't work, it's dead because it's been in water for a while. But what about the screen? Is it cracked? Was it trodden on? Did anyone try breaking it before dumping it in the pond? Just a little question, right? Because I've not seen any photos of Dylan's phone. Feel free to leave your thoughts about, Indiana's comment and concept of the phone. And the bit about AM case. I don't know who that person is, but that's a different case from Dylan Rounds, I assume. Let's move on. Oh, we got Ty Corbin back again. And this is the Ty Corbin account, I can confirm. You can check it yourself if you want. He's got it in big capital letters, so that must mean he's either shouting or he's being passionate in what he says. It says, Warlight Ref, thank you for sharing this video. This hopefully will keep Dylan Rounds front and centre. You can use any video on my channel to keep this story out there until Dylan is found. So that's very good of Ty Corbin. At times what he's done, going out there, searching, putting in effort, and also maybe being in sketchy situations such as certain terrain or environment, which could be a bit dangerous. And he's allowing people to use his footage. That's very good. Kind of reminds me of the days of the Kenny Veach case, kind of like with Scott Natal, when he said, you can use like my footage at times if you want. It definitely does help. Not like me, but it helps solidify key points, observations. It reinforces with evidence, actual footage. Some person might have the material, the other individual has the knowledge or has the concept, has an idea, and then you piece them both together and complement one another. What does Weezer say? Do you know if people are still allowed to get water from the pond? Good question. Ty says, there is a no trespassing sign, so I don't know. I asked the rail boss in Wells for permission to go in there. He is at our crossing in Wells every morning. Okay, so that provides a little bit more perspective. Because if you're wondering what this no trespassing sign is, okay, you didn't see it last night in last night's footage by Ty, which is sometime in February, but that was because Ty went before Lance did. It was more recent, Lance Kelly went himself and noticed the sign. So it's only been put up recently. It does make you think, who exactly is responsible for it? Has it got anything to do with the Dylan Rounds case? Has it got anything to do with Candice Cooley? Has it got anything randomly to do with the grain shed owner, the new one, who said any trespassing on the area, he will report you or something? I don't know. Feel free to leave your thoughts. But it's good that Ty was still able to get access to the place. But does it make it more difficult? Is it a clamp down on farmers in the area or from afar? Like if they needed water from there, or if they just needed to use it for some reason. I mean, look, Weezer saying to get water from the pond, so there's possibility, right? But if you're not allowed on it now, then doesn't that screw over all the other farmers in the area? Do they suffer? Like, it just seems a little bit messy. Could it lead to like water disputes, frustrations, falling outs, anger? I don't know. But, you know, okay. Any other comments? Ty Corbin, one pipe feeds the pond at the west shore, the west side, yeah. And tell the conspiracies that Marcus died of natural causes, heart attack. Actually, I think I might have remembered seeing that in an article somewhere. That, yeah, natural causes, Mark Ortiz. That's what happened. Okay. Bouncy Bounce. Okay. 10 hours ago. Bouncy Bounce says, when you open your mouth, you tell me how big of a dumb ass you are. Quit trying to send YouTubers to not Don's land. I will press charges for anyone you send across my land, and the hill is Lucin Hill, not the same mountain, dumb ass. So this is a very interesting comment, right? It could be by a complete degenerative prick, okay? Or it could be Don Hately in disguise. You never know, right? Maybe it's more the first option. What's their vocabulary like? It'll do. I can just about understand it, I guess. Now, that's the thing. Talking about, oh, don't reveal the location, don't reveal the location. What about Lance Kelly? Lance Kelly, where he like filmed it in real life and pointed and said it's over there. Like, yeah. I mean, I guess what it does kind of acknowledge is if this was the real Don, then it's like acknowledging through resistance that I was spot on with the area where he's at or was at, right? But at the end of the day, if it was Don, I don't see why he'd be getting in a hissy fit when he's living elsewhere now. Who cares about Lucin? Like, he's not there now, so why does it really matter? So that's why it would lead me to believe this is a degenerative account. Was this created in 2022? We'll check shortly. What other comments have been mentioned here? You have absolutely no clue of where you are. It's private property and not Don's. You would have to... What happens when you open your mouth is you have no idea what you are talking about. Nothing my arse off. That's state-owned gravel. Put that you can rent there for a year, not on. Okay. So this person's a bit of a whiny individual, right? Oh, of course. The account created in 2022. The year of fake accounts. That's what the trend was. Let's just see who he's subscribed to. The Coopers. Super ATV, Milk Crate, Lux's Home Creations, Scott Natal, Interesting, Neil Taylor, Blackovers. Never heard of most of these channels. Hacky's TV. Okay. It made me believe this individual is of an older age range based off who he's subscribed to. We can make these little observations and it can be somewhat accurate most of the time. Yeah, this will be someone from the US. You dumbass! Your partner was so score did a high noon. Yeah, it'll be alright, don't worry. Okay. So, yeah, we got Bouncy Bounce. Maybe Bouncy Bounce is related to Mabel or Weedleby. Bouncy Bounce on the bed, like a little spring ball. I don't know. We got Ellen Iceberg, where shout out to Ellen, that's very good of her. Smooth Fishing. Scott seems to be a good guy. He actually seems to be looking for Dylan for the right reasons just to find him. Yeah, I mean, it's fairly straightforward and basic, to the point, right? He's going out there doing what he can, right? He is going all over the place. He is thinking outside of the box. He is more hands-on. At least in the Kenny Veach case, he did go further afar than other people did and maybe criticised, but he still tried, okay? So why are people calling out Lance Kelly or Ty Corbin at times when they may be doing similar stuff? That's what I just want to know, that's all. And yeah, that's it for the comments. Moving on, I think it's time to introduce this new article that's been created in recent time. Also, welcome if you've just joined, if you're in the background. We are moving on to what this title of the video is all about, okay? So brief little backstory. I noticed this username or this account which was sharing the article, which I believe was them themselves, and I guess it was reposted by another individual on the Find Dylan Rounds Facebook page, and then one of the other posts, which I think was the same person but with their Instagram account, which I couldn't find afterwards, was actually reposted and shared by Candice Cooley. So it does seem that Candice Cooley approves of this article, approves of this individual. So maybe it reinforces a few points. I guess we'll see, okay? We're going to head on to the article, read it, analyse if necessary, then go on the Find Dylan Rounds Facebook page and check the comments there and see people's reactions, okay? And of course, you can give your own reactions in the live chat too. So here is the title of the article, Dylan Rounds, Bombshell Evidence Leaked. Now, you hear that and you think, wow, what could it be? What could it possibly be? I mean, the first thing that comes to my mind is this title is capturing people's attention, but it could be somewhat outdated. And we'll find out as we do read on. But the evidence leaked, I would say, as like an example in the past when the LE Box Elder County posted on the NAM-US database of Dylan, the public one, about the key fob being returned, and they should have never have done that. It was a mistake. So technically, evidence was leaked back then. If there's anyone right now that knows of other stuff, feel free to share your thoughts about other evidence that has been leaked over time, even if it's like recent now. So this image is of Dylan, but because we are in reader mode, some things don't show up, but all the relevant text and information does, okay? The reason why I've put it in reader mode is because in the standard mode, all the text is super enlarged and it doesn't fit on the screen, and then there's all these annoying yellow buttons and stuff which obscure the vision. So you don't want that distraction, but we will activate it later when we have like a brief background check of this individual that's written the article. So they say, I want to first thank the individual that came forward and trusted me with this information. So it sounds interesting that I want to thank the individual that came forward and trusted me. Who is this individual? Candice Cooley? Some other secret contact? This is what I mean. People seem to have all these like underground contacts, but they don't refer to the names. I know probably for certain reasons, but still it's interesting. It's a bit of secrecy and suspicion and mystery, right? says, I have verified the source through Boxelder County and the truth behind these claims. Okay. There has been enough evidence since mid-November to charge Brenner with the death of Dylan Rounds. Okay, interesting. So it seems like this is 100% confirming it. I'm sure I've heard about this before, though, previously, but they ultimately want Dylan's remains found to completely seal the case, right? All I ask as a question, and if anyone can answer it, feel free to do so. If Brenner was charged right now because they supposedly have enough evidence to do so, would the sentence in numbers be any different from now to if they did the case with Dylan's remains found? Would Brenner receive the same sentence length, or would it differ? That's what I want to know, right? Because put aside the justice for Dylan, because it seems like it can already be done, you still want closure to be able to find that person who's missing out there, because it will always be on your mind and you don't want that. So I can understand that area too. So if anyone can answer that question just then, feel free to do so. It says, paired with the interviews I've seen with Nate Eaton and other factors, I fear that the justice system is continually failing Dylan and his family. So you're saying, I fear, you feel. A feeling can be different from a fact. So this person was saying that they've verified source, that they've been trusted with information, and now you're basing it off a feeling that things are failing and going downhill. Is it the justice system overall, or is it a certain aspect, element, area that's failed on Dylan? Because if you think about it, it's a little bit holistic and vague, this point. You think of Elko County. Candice Cooley praised Elko County Police Department, but she criticised Boxelder County Sheriff's Office and that police, the LE, the main LE, them. She praised FBI. It's just really been with the LE, Boxelder County Sheriff's Office, that's been the main issue. She's not really criticised the courts yet, but that's because the trials haven't gone underway, right? So I just say a portion of the justice system has failed Dylan, or may have failed Dylan, because there is still a fair few people out there that believe the LE haven't done much wrong, and they're just following through with formal procedures. So there is still a divide to this day, okay? Let's carry on. From a family that has been through and still very much going through their own murder case, this family has had to fight for their child like no other case, all because he is a young adult male. They did not take these cases seriously. The family had to play detective, and now I feel like they're being railroaded. So once again, you're saying, I feel like, not that they 100% are. The word like is like comparing something to a situation, similar but not 100% definite, and you're basing it off yet a feeling, okay, not a fact. Just want to analyse that. The bit there where it says, because Dylan is a young adult male, I mean, you could add a few extra descriptions onto it. He's a male. We could use the example of, with not being a female, it's not treated the same, because look at the Kylie Rodney case. Several people kept going on about that, saying because Kylie Rodney was a female, had blonde hair or something, and of a young age, not that young, but young enough, there was a higher focus, attention on her. And even the people that covered the cases, and even the YouTubers, they all jumped on it because of who she was as a person, her characteristics, which made her more important. A lot of people did agree with that. Is it for definite? I mean, I guess what you got to take in mind, different locations, different areas, and I guess different police departments, how they handle stuff. The Idaho 4 case tried making comparisons in the past, but a few people weren't quite agreeing because, you know, one clear observation was it was a murder scene and there were bodies on the scene, whereas with Dylan's not there. So that's one factor to take in mind to why things may have been more successful than in Dylan's case. But, you know, it's just down to, I guess, the location. I think that's one of the main factors. Location in the type of people that are in that area, the type of police department in that area, and the area as in, is it desolate, is it empty, is it far away from resources, facilities? Because if it is, maybe people are less likely to go out there. You look at the Ewu crew, when the original Ewu crew have been buying some church in near Area 51. They've spent over $500K in, I guess, renovating and turning it into a livable place and for other people to stay at, almost like a business. And yet, when it comes to contacting electricians, plumbers, constructions, architects and all that, no one wants to go out there because it's so far out or so. So it's hard to get a hold of people. So I guess when it comes to a missing person, the same applies there. Okay? The bit where it says the family had to play detective. I mean, technically they didn't have to play detective because grandparents contacted Jim Tay, a private investigator who acted as a detective, but didn't quite go to plan that. It backfired heavily. But you've had other people out there trying to play detective, although it might not be seen in a positive light. People have tried and made an effort to understand the case. Alongside Candice Cooley, Justin Rounds, there's been other people out there and other searchers. It's not been really mentioned or credited here, which is unfortunate. This person also says they have enough evidence and still have not done an interview with Brenner. None of this adds up. And my greatest fear for Candice and Justin is that they will be forced to make a deal with the devil just to bring their son home. Interesting. They have enough evidence and still have not done an interview with Brenner. I mean, if Brenner doesn't want to talk, Brenner won't talk. If Brenner can't be bothered to say anything, share anything, then he's not, right? I mean, you can still say, well, there should be an effort made to maybe try and contact or interview. But this is what was mentioned on, I thought he was called Ned, but they're saying Nate Eaton, okay? The guy on the East Idaho News channel. He brought up the discussion about, because of the situation with Brenner in custody with an attorney or some kind of like legal team behind him, he doesn't have to really do interviews with people if he doesn't want to, right? So maybe the police can't get a hold of Brenner now in this current situation. That's what was mentioned in that Nate Eaton interview. And this individual that's written this article said they've watched Nate Eaton's East Idaho News channel interview. Well, clearly not, because you failed to understand that concept, okay? The bit where it says the family may be forced to make a deal with the devil just to bring their son home. What does that mean, making a deal with the devil? So basically, the family have to get in contact with Brenner and have to do things they don't want to do. They've got to sit there and listen to Brenner directly, face to face. But I don't think that will happen, because after the grandmother, Karen Rounds, telling Brenner off and setting the facts straight, the record, Brenner didn't like her response, her tone. So he said, right, you're not going to talk to me anymore. Talk to my legal team, and leave it there. So with that bad taste left in the mouth, Brenner's probably less inclined to cooperate with the family now. So then that would make you think maybe there needs to be a bargaining chip. So playing with the devil, such as what? Paying Brenner money? What's the point of that? If he's held in custody, if he's going to go to jail, he's going to go into prison, eventually go to actual prison. Right? There's no point giving him money. Will it be... I mean, now, does this even apply? Whereas the only time a person will reveal the truth is if they're a free man. So like if they've been arrested because they've done something bad, and the only way they will tell the truth is if they're released from jail, prison. Could that ever happen, or is that just impossible? If it's impossible, then really it's a complete dead end, right? And I guess that's what the issue is. So let me know your thoughts to what you think about this statement, have to make a deal with the devil To what extent and exactly how? Then it goes on to say, please share, because of this injustice, has got to stop. We need to stand together and get Dylan home without making any deals with the devil. What, making deals with Brenner? What deals could you make anyway if he's already in jail, right? If he was like in his trailer and... Actually, do you know what? Let's word it like this, okay? Well, actually, no, I don't even think it would even work, to be honest. If Brenner was never done for the gun charges or that 2021 assault on that guy, the 70-year-old, if none of those things happened, Brenner would still be walking around, I would assume, unless, as they were saying above, they've got enough evidence to charge Brenner, then he would be taken back in. But let's just say he was in his trailer, not arrested, nothing went wrong. And Candy's cool. He's like, oh, right, we've got to confront Brenner now. We've got to pay him off. We've got to do this. We've got to do that. And then he'll reveal the location. But if he's revealed the location of the body, then technically he's admitting that he's done it. And then he'd be probably automatically arrested. And then there is fingerprints on Dylan. Then it would tie to him anyway. So it'd be a bit of a stupid move to do. So maybe the deal can only be done once you're already arrested because you've got nothing left to lose, right? But you might have something to gain. That's what I'm thinking. We will stand together and put victims of violence first. We will stand together and put the missing people first, by Stephanie. For media requests, you have my permission to use this article for your story. If you do report it on this article, please email a link to it. Okay, I would love to share. Put me first. So that's the username, what I saw on the Instagram page, which was shared by Candice Cooley on the Find Dylan Rounds Facebook page, and then some other random user on the Find Dylan Rounds page sharing this article. Okay? Of course, you can share your thoughts, opinions to what you think of this. Let's just do a brief little background check to see who Stephanie is. Right, so about 1,300 nearly have viewed this article. Interesting. No comments yet. There we go. So this is supposedly the individual that has created the article, called Stephanie. Hi, thanks for stopping by. I'm so glad to have you here. Please let me know how I can help. Thank you. Let the post come to you. Email, subscribe. So it's like a blog page from the looks of it. Is there a background? Meet the face behind the post. Hi, I'm Stephanie Kegley. I'm not one to talk about myself, so writing this is hard, but here we go. I've been in marketing for over 10 years and I'm pretty good at it. I have a psychology degree from Texas Christian University and will forever bleed people purple. Okay. 15 years ago, my life forever changed. I was almost killed by someone who I loved dearly and who I thought loved me. In that moment, I was fighting for my life. My brain altered. No one speaks about the aftermath of such a traumatic events and what it can do to a person. I like to explain it this way. My brain betrayed me and I developed PTSD, a panic disorder, and agoraphobia. This is what led me to study psychology. This is the moment my true passion was born. Although I did many things to help domestic violence and survivors, I put off the true work. I wanted to do it in books, classes, seminars, and more. I felt like I needed to learn more, be more, beat the mental illnesses before I could do something about it, which I have on most levels. Fast forward to February 22nd, 2022, posted a missing flyer for a Marissa Grimes, a woman I view as my sister. The very next day, I got a call that brought me to my knees. My sister's body was located and her murderer was in custody. Okay. So, as I type this at 2 a.m, it is time for me to stop putting off what I was meant to do. I'm raging war on our judicial systems when it comes to protecting victims of violence. I'm working on many things to bring true awareness, protection, and help to victims of violence. We'll be creating a foundation in honour of Marissa Grimes, and I cannot wait to share that with everyone. I'm honoured that I get to be a part of it. I want to thank every survivor who has trusted me with their story. I've partnered with several foundations as well. More information on this page will be found throughout the website. We talk a lot change. It's just time to get to work. So it kind of makes sense to why Candice Cooley may have reached out to this individual, or the other person reached out to Candice Cooley. You got these like family members, these mothers, maybe fathers and other people as well, suffering here and there with their own different cases and missing people that have been found dead or presumed dead but not found. We talked about these networks in the background. We talked about Candice Cooley with Dylan's legacy, reaching out to other mothers and contacting one another, etc. And I think you had another one, Candice, who was communicating with Candice Cooley. So there seems to be quite a bit going on behind the scenes, and a lot of relating between one another, even like the viewers, maybe the odd ones on my channel and maybe more further afar on other channels, have reached out and said, yeah, I've been through similar experiences. I'm touched by this case and what the mother's going through, or, stuff like that. Right, so now we're on the Find Dylan Rounds Facebook page, just to add on with responses by other people. And from the looks of it, Stephanie Kegley reposted her own article on the Find Dylan Rounds Facebook page, so she is a member here. So there must have been in some contact with Candice Cooley and the whole relating. You see there? It does say breaking, #Dylan Rounds. What, breaking news? Let's just see what's been said here. Just read it anyway. There has been enough evidence since mid-November to charge Brenner with the death of Dylan Rounds, paired with the interview I've seen with Nate Eaton. Okay, so that's what's same thing. What are the comments there? About 10 of them. Okay. So the author says, I really feel like now Dylan's family will have to make a deal with Brenner to locate his body if we can't find it first. Interesting. But what type of deal would be made with Brenner? A lesser sentence? Money? Access to guns? I don't know. I don't know what type of deal that could, take place. There is a comment by Juanita Cooley Hutchinson. Who is Juanita Cooley Hutchinson? Is it a Cooley family member? I don't know. Well, let's just read it anyway. Is it a long one? This is beyond frustrating. Box Elder County Sheriff's Office has done an injustice to Dylan and our family. We need justice immediately. What is Box Elder County Sheriff's Office trying to hide? Please, everyone share this. We need coverage of the lack of support that has been done. Okay. We need justice immediately. What is Box Elder County Sheriff's trying to hide? Trying to hide something. So I guess the lack of proactiveness in the past, delaying certain resources by Box Elder County, not telling the family, the parents, everything, this and that, and maybe in recent time, progression slowing down, as described by Candice Cooley in the last interview and on Doug's channel. But it's been a little bit disappointing, but no surprise, as we've seen it in the past. At the end of the day, if Box Elder County are trying to work on it, but at the same time, they're just being very cautious of the likes of Candice Cooley, maybe Justin Rounds, they might be holding stuff back. And people have said several times, viewers, but that's a normal thing to do by police. Police can't share everything. They're definitely not going to tell the general public. And at times they don't even tell the families who are involved in it, because some information can't be mentioned public, right? So that's one thing you've got to take in mind. And then with Candice Cooley maybe criticising the Ellie, blasting them at times, although she kind of has a right to do so, because it also puts the Ellie in a bad spot. They probably don't appreciate Candice Cooley, what she's doing, so then they're less likely to give information, right? Whereas if you kept a cool head from day one, then maybe then. I mean, Candice Cooley seems to have been a bit quieter now for the past few months. So you thought maybe the Ellie may have trusted her more and then revealed information, but I don't know, maybe first impressions didn't start off too well. Let me know your thoughts. Stephanie says, Juanita Cooley Hutchinson, that is exactly it. They have messed up so badly and are in protect our butts at all cost mode. So they're trying to cover themselves up, okay? Mark Smith. Oh, what's this? This could be interesting. Where is it? I don't see the evidence that was leaked. Stephanie explains, saying they have enough evidence to convince, and the point is nothing has happened. What is leaked is the fact they could charge him, but haven't. I have a feeling it will all make sense soon. But I thought Candice Cooley agreed with it, and other viewers have mentioned it, that, yeah, maybe something can happen right now, that the case has been built, that there is a fair case in general described by Cade Palmer, by Box Elder County Sheriff's Office, that, there's reasonable evidence to charge him, but, need to find the ultimate thing, which is Dylan, right? And I'm sure Candice Cooley wants that as well. I'm sure Candice Cooley wants it all wrapped into one. So, I can kind of understand it from two ways, that, if you can charge him now, why not do it now, get it over and done with? Yeah, but if you do that, then maybe Brenner is less likely to reveal where Dylan's body is at, because Brenner knows he's got no chance now. He's already been charged. He's got nothing left to lose. So why should he give anything out, right? So there's that balancing on a tipping point, okay? But then you got the idea of, okay, you go through the procedures, you charge Brenner, you go through the court cases, but then at a later point, if you find Dylan Round's remains, do you have to then do another court case with new evidence? Do you have to bring it all back up again? And just think of it from the point of Candice Cooley, Justin Round and other family members. They get the case done now, let's just say, if that actually happened and Brenner's charged, and it's like, oh, there we go, justice for Dylan. But then you still got the feeling looming over you on your mind, but you still have to find Dylan. You still have to find him. So that doesn't help. And when you do find him, it just brings it back up all again. So really, you want to be able to put it to bed all in one. Get it all out the way in one go. Find Dylan, get the closure, do the case with Brenner, charge him, send him down, all in one, done. Then move on, move forwards, not forget about Dylan, but some of the pain, some of the frustration eases because loose ends tied up, and then you focus on Dylan's legacy. That's the order I see it in. Interesting. And the bit where it says, I think it will all make sense soon. So once again, you're saying you have a feeling it will make sense soon. A feeling, different to a fact. What's going to happen? It's what could happen. I mean, my predictions, although my predictions have been correct 99% of the time, right? They're still not for definite, okay? Okay, I might have a good accuracy record in predicting this and that, and it happens, but, it's still not guaranteed. Does that make sense? Mark says, I hope. Been following the case, always been more than, okay. Stephanie says, it's a fact they have enough evidence for a conviction, but all the evidence won't be released to protect the case. Okay, well, that makes sense. That's normal. Mark says, was following heavy on YouTube for a while. Seems things were a little screwed up, especially watching him clean and then take trash bags away. I hope they find him for the family. They may be waiting for warmer weather and easier accessibility. Wait, who's this Mark talking about? Especially watching him clean and then take trash bags away. There's no footage of that on YouTube. What are you talking about? I assume Mark's talking about the spring cleaning June 2nd, but that wasn't recorded with a camera, wasn't uploaded to YouTube, so that's a bit dodgy wording. Francine says, people get convicted all the time without a body. At this point, it's time to pull the plug and make an arrest. I'm sure they have enough evidence at this point. This. Why does that look like Candice Howard? I don't know. And those shades, are they American Honey? I think this person stole your shades. You going to get them back, American Honey? But anyway, interesting. I want to know your thoughts about this. I think we'll talk about it more in a second as well. I'll give you my idea, or I'll just reiterate what I said. So there was that. And then there was this other post by the same person, Put Me First, which is, I guess, the blog or the Instagram page to do with the blog, I guess, created by Stephanie, I assume. And if it's not by Stephanie, I guess it's a network of people where the blog, okay? Just give me a second. Candice Cooley sharing it 6 days ago. The article being written 2 days ago. So it follows that order. Put Me First. Today I ask you to pray for Dylan and his family that this momentum apologies, continues, and it leads us to bringing him home. His family not only deserves justice for their son, but closure and giving him a proper burial. True. Dylan, we won't stop until you are home. Dylan, we will do what's needed for that to happen. Pray today that we can get him home sooner rather than later. It's been entirely too long. Did you know young men that go missing aren't looked for like women? It is not taken as seriously, and that's got to change. Well, same with like domestic violence and all of that, typical. Let's bring more light to this and bring the change needed in honour of Dylan. Right. I mean, they could have used the example once again of the Kylie Rodney case, how that was taken more seriously. I mean, the Idaho 4 case, could you put an argument against that? What was it? One guy, 3 females? Or was it 2 guys, 2 females? As I said, I've not looked into it that much, but you could put a case there as well, because it's younger people, because it's more of one gender than the other, then there was more of a focus, more of importance maybe. Oh my God, there's a lot of comments. Let's just see what they are. Okay, maybe not. There we go. Just let them load up. They might not be too important, but we'll just see. We've just got to scroll to the top. Apologies about this. The layout of the screen is very shit. View 21 comments. Fuck me. But we'll skip through them if they're not that important. Praying, again. Prayers. What's that? I'd like to see brought home too is Daniel Robinson in Arizona. Yeah, I think I might have heard about that, Daniel Robinson. Yep. It's just mainly prayers for Dylan. Yeah. There's no point reading these out, they're too long, right? I will add requests for Dylan in my group for prayers. Oh, okay. I think there was like a response somewhere. So, yeah. My boys always needed more help than my girl. Saw you on Doug's channel yesterday. Oh, okay. So this person appeared on No Thanks channel. Wasn't aware of that. I really hope you are finding some fellowship with others who have stood in your shoes. Before you'll no doubt help others going forward, but let some help come to you. Linda says, for Dylan's sake, return to his family. This is so tragic and could have been totally prevented if the LE had arrested him when there was a warrant out long before Dylan went missing. Irene, who should have arrested when there was a warrant? Was Dylan in trouble, or are you referring to a suspect? Oh. Brenner. He is in the lone suspect and there was a warrant out for his arrest, I believe, since 2021. Yes, for a vicious assault on a 70-year-old. Yes. There we go. What I would say is, if that 2021 aggravated assault never happened and Brenner wasn't caught being a felon in possession of firearms and that never happened, then Brenner would be a walking man. He wouldn't be in jail, in prison, in custody. He'd be free. And I would understand that being the worst situation. That would be the time I could understand where there's enough evidence found to charge him, but no charge has been really made yet. I'd understand that, right? Because he can do whatever he wants. He can go wherever. If that was the situation under those circumstances. But because he is in jail, he's not going anywhere. And that was described by Candice Cooley most recently, right? If Candice Cooley is focused on finding Dylan Rounds, bringing him home, and that's what she's been saying day in, day out, all the time, right? That's her focus. So really, not much else can happen until Dylan is found in her mindset, right? Like, if they did charge Brenner now and get the justice, it's like, that's kind of good, but Brenner's still locked up. Whether he's been charged or not, he's still like in that pending state. So he's not going anywhere, right? The only thing that does change through if he was charged and the case went through right now, would be Brenner is less likely to talk, because he knows he's got no chance now. That's what I'm thinking. So it's like a balancing act between trying to keep Brenner talking or in the mindset of maybe wanting to talk at some point before him being sent down, whilst also trying to find Dylan at the same time, whilst also trying to keep them balanced so then they can all be brought to a head and then complete justice is brought. Because if some justice is done now, it's only half of it, because the other half is finding Dylan. And that won't change, still trying to find Dylan, right? Do you understand that idea, right? As I said, just in short, if Brenner was walking free and had enough evidence to charge and arrest him, but they didn't, that's a problem. But because Brenner is in custody, is in some kind of jail, he's not going to go anywhere. You know, a little bit of justice has been served, but not to the full effect. But they need to find Dylan, right? If you want to put it in the words of that author, if the family has to make a deal with the devil, Brenner, they're more likely to be successful if they did it now, rather than if Brenner was sent down and then completely fucked. He probably wouldn't talk or open up whatsoever, right? That's the way I say it. I mean, is there any other hope? Bring Brookie back. No, maybe not. But yeah, that's just my thoughts, okay? Of course, you can share your opinions down below to what you think about the article. I'd say to an extent the article title is a tiny bit misleading. When they say bombshell of evidence leaked, that's meaning that there's enough evidence to charge Brenner, but it's not saying what that evidence is for it to be leaked, such as a document of locations of items found, a new item found, because like we've heard about recent stuff that's been found, evidence which Candice Cooley doesn't know about, and other information she can't share, right? But she's not shown that full-on frustration as she had in the past. So I don't know if this author is speaking on behalf of her or talking around it, hinting, I don't know. I just think it's a little bit dodgy wording. That's what I would say, okay? But now, if we just put that aside, speaking of language and speaking of some friction, we need to address that individual, okay? I'm going to read out your comment. I'm going to read for it word by word, analyse if necessary, respond if possible, and get to the bottom of it. Most likely, I'll read it out and analyse at the same time. It's easier instead of cutting back and forth, okay? Let's begin with that right now. Hopefully everyone in the chat is still there and ready to listen to this. Here is the comment by Mama Down Under, which was edited and posted 12 hours ago. A response to my response to her original comment in the last video, okay? She says, I call bullshit on what you said about YouTube deleting comments randomly. I am not being impetuous or egotistical. I have only had 2 comments deleted, both on your channel, both answering a question you asked or correcting you. Right, okay, where should we start first of all? Well, first of all, the bit about saying me calling you egotistical. No. Clearly, you're already impetuous, Mama Down Under. I did not call you egotistical. I said you're demonstrating egocentrism. Egocentrism is the lack of understanding of other people's surroundings and points of view. You fail to understand that people think differently from one another, that people have different perceptions, different envisionings, different experiences. So they will be different from one another. And the only way one sees it is in their own mindset, okay? You know, that's egocentrism. And you're kind of demonstrating that because I provided you an example and other people provided examples to you of what they've gone through, what they've experienced, and you've completely ignored it all and referred it all directly back to yourself, that you're the only one impacted, that you're the only one experiencing the issue, when you're not. It's on a wider global scale. Comments being deleted, people being unsubbed, notifications being turned off, people being blacklisted, people getting 0 views on channels because they're not favoured by YouTube. There's a lot of dodginess going on behind the scenes. It appears that you're not aware of that, okay? Anything else? I have only had 2 comments deleted, both on your channel, both answering a question you asked or correcting you. My comments well worded and did not use any offensive words. You would be the one who would be able to delete comments on the comment section, correct? I have noticed you have a problem with me since I corrected you about something you said. So you seem sure about that, but you can't even remember what that something was. So that's not great, is it? Instead of spreading false rumours to go to source the video. So who is being impetuous and egotistical? Once again, we're not talking about being egotistical, we're talking about egocentrism, which is different format, different concept, okay? Look in the mirror. Well, I can't because I've got no mirrors around me. I've got a window in front of me, but it doesn't really show much of a reflection, okay? I mean, I could add on a joke to that, but then it would fuel them to say you are narcissistic, okay? So we're not doing that. Because this is the thing, you got to understand, there'll be times at moments where a human will piss about, mess around, but when we lock on, okay? Or should I say, I lock on. You know, you put everything else aside, all the funny bits and bobs and stuff like that, and you answer what needs to be answered. And that's what we're doing at this moment in time, okay? Anything else? Looking at it. I first came to your channel, well, you spelt that wrong, channel, way before Dylan went missing when you were covering Kenny Veach. I was under a different username and so have been supportive of you, but your attitude, you've missed out the little marker there, apostrophe on your attitude lately towards me has me questioning whether I can be bothered coming here anymore, especially as you obviously don't like to be corrected or called out for spreading false claims. I find it funny that Black Dove complained about the same thing happening to his comments that corrected you too. Coincidence? I don't think so. Yes, I can hear you now saying bye. Before you do say bye, though, do you have the balls to read this comment out? Double dare you. Well, I'm looking down at me. They're still there, okay? And this comment is present right now in public view. You don't need to worry. Though the usage of the waving emoji, the crying, laughing face, that's normally used when a person does have a bit of an attitude issue. It's kind of been kind of cocky whilst also trying to have a final word before the other person gets it in edgeways. So yeah, I have seen that level of behaviour before. I've mainly seen it within, what age range? Well, people of maybe my age or a bit younger, like when it came to the gaming community, when it came to resistance, misunderstandings, people not understanding it from a different point of view, they'd put all these like little cringy, dodgy faces in. It's like, you know, what are you trying to do? Express some cocky emotion? I don't know. But, I mean, there's a lot of text, but there's not an extreme amount making much sense. I mean, this is the thing. If you think about it, I'll show my face in a second when I talk about it, so it's a bit more locked on. I just want to see if I've missed anything. So who's been in pictures? Look in the mirror. I first came across your channel before Dylan went missing. This thing, you were under a different username back then. Mama Down Under, I have no clue what username it was. So whoever that person was back then had a certain username, which was you, and you've changed it to Mama Down Under now. How am I supposed to know who is who? I mean, at least I stick to the same profile picture, the same username, the same individual. I show my face in the videos, whilst others may not show their face. Others change their names backwards and forwards in their profile pictures, trying to what, be anonymous, try and hide themselves? I don't know. There'll be numerous reasons for that. I'm sure you've got your own reasons for that too. But at least I don't keep switching and changing and being like, I don't know, cryptic or, like how some people are on YouTube. No. If I show my face and I appear funny, I appear funny. If I appear like a prat, an idiot, a twat, then that happens as well. But at least it's all documented in a sense that the face is shown. But the bit about egocentrism, not egotistical, a bit of lacking perception and understanding, supposedly having an issue with when being corrected. I mean, well, there's been other people that have corrected me and I've not, got into a hissy fit, so I don't know what you're really going on about. Anything else? Black Dove complained about the same thing happening to his comments. What? Don't like to be corrected? Is that what you're talking about? Okay, I think I've internalised it all now. Let's respond. So my take on it. If Mama Down Under was a long-time viewer, applying it back to the Kenny Veach case, the M Cave mystery, then she has clearly, ultimately, definitively failed to grasp that I am the complete opposite of egocentrism, that I have displayed and balanced amongst several endless points of views, differing theories, concepts, counterpoints, counterpoints, and a range of other stuff in between. That's exactly what I did in the Kenny Veach case. Arguably, it was more in depth there than any other time. So if you were actually watching and internalising and listening, which you appear to have failed to do so, Mama Down Under, you would have seen that different points of views can be covered and shown by me. But even in the Dylan Rounds case, quite often people have asked, but what's your opinion, Ref? What's your opinion? Isn't that enough to show that I don't really give much of my opinion, but I maintain the balance by sharing other people's opinions, other people's ideas, which may be completely different to mine, and yet I can still cover it in such a neutral tone? That's pretty reasonable, right? Also, the bit about Black Dove's comments, whatever they are, I think you fail to understand, Mama Down Under. Black Dove actually praised me for my coverage, for my analysis abilities, reading through the text, understanding it, my formal way of doing things, my unique way. That's how he's described it. He's praised me, and so have other people throughout time, which is very good of them, okay? So you're almost like putting words into Black Dove's mouth, right? That's not exactly a good look, that, is it, Mama Down Under? In addition, Mama Down Under, you claim that I don't respond well to being corrected. Well, once again, you have clearly failed to understand, Mama Down Under, that if you were present in the Kenny Veach days of the M Cave mystery, there was a period where I was extensively critiqued and corrected when it came to information, coordinates, locations, geology, the environment. I was completely critiqued throughout it by the likes of Jeff Clark, who knew what he was talking about, by the likes of Silverheels here and there, because he's been there, right? There was a lot of critiquing, there was a lot of being corrected, and that happened a lot to me. Did I throw my toys out the pram? Did I run off? No, I covered the case for an additional 2 years, over 250 videos, and learn as I went along. And it got to the point where the people that were critiquing me in the early days ended up praising me down the line. So once again, it's not to do with whinging or whining about information being corrected. It's appreciated, right? You don't want to be going down a line of lies and darkness, because what does that do? It's not that good. Unless Mama Down Under has seen it from only one side, which is the Dylan Rounds case, supposedly, but you failed to see it from the Kenny Veach days, right? So you've only seen it from one side, so it's one-sided, somewhat biased, right? Supposedly a negative impression, being the first impression, so you focus, lock onto that and absorb it, but you don't take into mind that there was positives back then, right? And also to be a bit more relevant, okay, Mama Down Under, hope you're listening. There's been a few times in the Dylan Rounds case where people have supposedly corrected me, such as Indiana. She's extensively done it, right? And some of it, I guess, has been true. Others, not quite. It's been cleared up down the line, though. And did I throw my toys out the pram then, when Indiana was saying her thing, or Tom Evans was saying his, or Mini-Me? No. I was more like, oh, Oh, I've never heard that before. Oh, wow, I'm a bit taken back. The only times where there's been some form of response is when I've been under the impression that I've been corrected of information, then I've had to alter my brain pattern and understanding of the thing, and then it turns out that I was right to begin with, or I was somewhat right, but that point made to correct me was wrong, and it was actually just an opinion, and it was worded wrong all this time, so then it ties in with the language debate and the trouble that can cause, right? That's the only thing I've highlighted. And as well, Mama Down Under did demonstrate a bit of an attitude problem maybe a couple of months ago when I was reading through the comments in one of my videos, right? No one asked for it. I decided to do it myself, okay? And I guess some people approved of it and liked the concept, and that's why we continued it. But when it came to Mama Down Under's comment, briefly read through it, I think it was her telling her story, her experience about other things, but I didn't feel it was related to the Dylan Rounds case, so I just glanced over it. She got triggered by it, and then she started having issues and getting all argumentative and whingy and whiny. Why are you ignoring my comment? Why are you not reading it out? Do you not like this? I don't know if that's where it stemmed from, just by me ignoring a comment which may have corrected something, but because I didn't think it was too relevant, maybe. Or that might have been just an individual thing, but at least it was telling signs that the person had a bit of an attitude problem, right? Now, as I said, they had a different username in the past. I have no idea what the username was. Maybe I would remember that individual, how they were like back then or not, but you know, you can't know everything. You can't be a psychic of when people change into different transformations and stuff, for different names, different usernames. You know, how are you supposed to keep track of it all, right? And also, ultimately, if there are any issues, I am fully sure and welcome anyone else in the chat. And I'm not talking about the rejects. I'm not talking about the rats that just pop in every now and then. I'm talking about the people who are around consistently to witness any negatives that have gone on. So, aside from you, Mama Down Under, if there are any witnesses in the chat right now or later on, feel free to share your experiences, anything you've noticed, anything you've heard, anything you've seen that has been negative, which I have done. Feel free to list it down below, and then it might reinforce what Mama Down Under has been saying or not. There's only one way to get to the bottom of it. If people feel like they don't want to be negative to me because they want to still be respectful, I understand that, I respect that as well. But, you know, if there is something negative, there is a bigger issue, feel free to list it down below, okay? See, this is where the balance kicks in, which other humans, other channels don't do, because they just can't, they don't want to. But yeah, the way Mama Down Under is acting, bit of an issue. And once again, several people have left comments to you about their comments being deleted, being removed randomly on other channels, right? It's happened to me as well. My comments have been deleted or removed off other YouTube channels. But did I jump to the conclusion that it was because of the YouTube user? No. Why? Because I knew my comment technically didn't go against TOS, like it didn't have any bad words or anything like that, but it was still deleted. So there'd be no real need for that channel owner to get rid of my comment. So most likely it's a technical issue, some kind of glitch, error, or it's been coded the wrong way in videos, in the YouTube program, whatever you call it, right? Wild, wacky things can happen on YouTube, right? Maybe you don't witness it, Mama Down Under, because you're not a content creator. You don't go through all the barriers, obstacles, roadblocks, which someone like me would come across, right? Whether it be false copyright claims, people reporting me incorrectly, you know, etc., and all the bits and bobs in between, things not activating, things not being posted. As well, just to further reinforce, some comments, there are some people at times, whether it be Joseph, whether it be Stoney, whether it be Weedleby, even Mabel, who've had comments held back, Tom Evans as well. And then I went into the held for review section and then approved of those comments. And I don't understand why they went there. Okay, the odd one may have said a swear word, but then other comments were genuine and normal, and yet they didn't and yet they got penalised. But then a dodgy bot account that provides a link to an inappropriate website is perfectly allowed by YouTube. That's what doesn't make sense. This whole thing doesn't make sense. That's what you got to understand. Reality's are kind of a bit messed up. And the final point to conclude with, for Mama Down Under to instantly assume that I'm the one responsible for the comments being deleted, it definitely shows where respect and loyalty lies. It's non-existent. For a person who's claimed they've been around for a long time, they've clearly failed to understand the process and develop trust within an individual after all that time, which also reinforces at any point, any time, a human can change and alter in behaviour. It's not just dogs that snap, it's humans as well. Things can happen. Maybe it's in the background, maybe it's in here. I don't know. But I continue this case, I lock onto Dylan Rounds. There are still things to cover. If people want to whinge, whine, okay, feel free to do so. Party's over, pop that balloon. There's no more helium to inhale, so your squeaky voice is going to wear out eventually, and then you probably sound like a moose. But there we go. So with all that said and done, I think it's time we transition on to the maps. Just want to say quickly, if you're joining right now, welcome. If you're focused about the title of this video and want to hear about it, make sure to rewind to the beginning of the video and follow from there, as it will all be explained. If you want to do it on catch up afterwards, feel free to do so. But right now, we're going to the maps and we need to find shelter. Right, so here we are, Burley, Idaho. Why do we need to find shelter? Well, this is the thing. If there are blessings left, right, and centre, I don't want to get too soaked, okay? It's not always good being wet. You can get a bit cold. You can start to shiver, okay? Sometimes you need to dab yourself down. Isn't that right, American honey? But aside from that, you know, if there's any kitty cats that needing some kitty cat food, then we'll try and locate it, okay? It's perfectly fine. So we're in Burley, Idaho, because this is a new location to be focusing on, both to do with, on serious notes, Dylan Rounds, as we've done with that previous timeline. Make sure to check it out. It's a recent video. And then also just casually looking about. So you see the outline of the area. Let's type in McDonald's, because that's one of them, isn't it? There we go. So if you're here, Ty Corbin, welcome. We're at McDonald's right now. Hopefully it doesn't make you too hungry, this. And see what we've got. Oh my God. I've never seen this before. McDonald's are expanding. Yeah, that's right, Joseph. Yeah, Joseph, the play centre is outside this time. So it's outdoor play. Yeah. Hopefully none of the kitty cats get stuck on the little slides, you know. It'd be unfortunate, but let's move on. Okay, so we've got a default profile. We've got a default picture here, but it's slightly different. Is that one of those fish ones? A fish? A cod? Cheese on fish. Ew. No. Moving on to the next photo. Oh my God, look what's in the Happy Meal today. We got Frozen. Yeah, wow, it's Disney. Yeah, I want to be a Disney princess. Yeah, I really want to be a Disney princess. I want a dress, a nice pink dress, have long flowing blonde hair, and create mystical mysteries. Oh my God. Let it go. Let it go. Cannot hold this back anymore. Let it go. Let it go. I really am becoming a desperate little whore. Okay, let's move on to the next image. Moving on to the big boy drinks. McCaffey. Okay, but guess what? Get what's kitty cats? Kitty cats! My God! So, Bella V there. Look, kitty cats, you got some cream on top. I'm sure that'll be enough for you. Yeah. Is that what you really want? You get some sauce as well. Yeah. Is that some honey? Oh my God, American honey. Donating some. Very good of you. But yeah, Maria meow. Will this do? Good. Let's move on. Okay, so we've got some more default photos here. Oh no. This one on the far right, that bun definitely looks like from KFC. Get back there. Stop coming over here like a fucking cheap ass reject. We've got enough of those appearing left, right, and center. Yeah?
Oh my God, yeah, you want to support this person, support that person, then you get your ass over here, a little cheap ass, petty ass bitch, complain, whinge and whine, but you won't show support. Oh my God. Let's move on. Oh my God, we got the Happy Meal. Oh my God, Ty Corbin, you're gonna go for that. You get a few little toys with it as well. Yeah, we got some little chicken nugget bites, and we got some little pineapples. Oh my God. Are they pineapples, or are they apples, or are they pears? I don't know. It's just such an unexplored journey and adventure to find out. And we've even got a little milky jug. Oh yeah, I always wanted a milk jug. Yeah, fill that jug up. Okay. Some dodgy photography there. It's a drive-through, I see. Oh my God, it's snowing as well. Oh, what the hell? Wait, is this McDonald's? Or is this like a hospital? What the fuck? This. So you've gone from a little Happy Meal to outside of a drive-by, and there's a fucking... Why does that look like some kind of hospital equipment? Oh my God! Too much food, man. Yeah, we had to bring the medical equipment down to McDonald's. The pulse needs checking. Bellamy, I know you're behind that window. It's all right, don't worry. Just saying. Just show your mouth. Just show your face. Just go on, talk. It'll be fine. Just get a pizza. Yeah, I'll be fine. Don't worry. There you go, Bellamy. Hide behind that screen. Oh no, what does this say? Safety rules. Must be supervised. No, I don't know what that says. Never mind. Let's move on. Oh my God, we're in a park. Central Park. No, it's a completely different place. Okay, interesting. What over here? Is this guy running towards you? Or I don't know. And then we got the church. I don't know. Let's move on. Oh my God, look at that. We got all kinds of goodies. More cream than ever. Really whipped. Yeah, you want to whip that cream? Fucking whip it. Whip the cream, man. A little apple thing. Yeah, I got some cookies. Yeah, we got some cookies and the chocolate melts when you bite into it. Yeah, is that really what you want? It's nice and fresh, really nice. And oh my God, they're serving a few pills on the side. Stony! Who left them pills behind? Fucking eat them now. Move on. Oh my God, we got some little chicken nugget bites. That's what I really want. And of course, you know, we've not really come across it much, but we've got a bit of a dip. A little dip pick. There we go. I've been absent for a while, but it's made a return. That's fine. I've not seen any amateur dodgy photos yet of like the food. Maybe McDonald's has a bit of a higher standard. Maybe. Got the fries there. Okay, that looks like shit, to be honest. Deconstructed. Yeah, I wondered when it was going to come in. Oh my God, what? Do McDonald's brand their burgers underneath with a big M on it? I've never seen that ever before. Has anyone else seen a massive M on your bun? Not your actual bun, but on like the bun what you eat. Like, what's going on? The hell, they're branding things? Okay, I don't know what this park has to do with McDonald's. Maybe it's where you go to walk it off after you've been eating a shit ton of food, man. Possibly. What's this? Share a Coke with a fan mate. Yep. Let's share the Coke with Stoney. There's a funny joke. Why would you be sharing it with Stoney? There'd be nothing to share. She would have already taken the whole lot already. Moving on. Okay, a little breakfast meal. Maria, you want to eat that? Okay. Yeah, default photo there, whatever. Yeah, oh my God. Oh no. This is McDonald's. Why is McDonald's selling pancakes? No. Oh, pancakes. Mr. Pancakes, what are you doing infiltrating McDonald's? Oh, God. I already know. Sorry, pancakes. Pancakes in McDonald's trying to fucking block the entrance for Ty Corbin to go in and get some food, man. Because you know Ty Corbin's all about the McDonald's. He wants to get his Happy Meal, his free meal, get all kinds of little goodies and toys so he can start his little collection, his little bat cave. But no, sorry, pancakes has to come in with a penny-ass bitch with a fucking pickle and a cut in the face. Yeah, it's about a conspiracy, man. Yeah, it's really wild. Really wild. My name's Mr. Pancakes, and yeah, I'm just going to deny access to anyone that's going to come to McDonald's. You know, all these donations and super chats, these petty ass bitches. You don't know what it fucking takes. It's a free prison mentality gang, man. You know, we do things differently in our cells. You know, we bend over backwards and we just don't get back up the same way again. Same can be said about Kurt whilst we're in the fucking cell so far, but you know, just how the things go, man. Yeah, it's just one of the things. Just these conspiracies, these psychedelic drugs. My God, you heard about the Gorilla Jack psychedelic suicide song? My God, it's just amazing. There would be no conspiracies about any of that, man. Oh, fuck off. Let's move on. Yeah, look at that half-eaten burger, man. He's gonna go cold. This one's not even been touched. Reject. What is? Oh my God, I've never seen letters like that. Maria, what the hell's got on here? Oh my God, that letters. It doesn't even look like letters. It looks like they've literally got a towel and folded it over several times and then put on the fucking burger. What is going on there? Oh my God, they've got... Oh no, they're serviettes. They're not towels quite. That's okay. Oh, and then we got the reject food I just dumped in the... Yeah, and you got some... is that protection or something? I don't know. You know, I need protection when you're trying to eat a pancake like that, man. Is that it? Of course it is. Yeah. But so... My God, I'm really, really impressed. Not... What about if I type in cat? Oh, it types in kitty. Gotta stroke the kitty. If there's any kitties around. Cat scale. Weigh station. What, are you going to be weighing all the cats? Oh, no. Cat scale. No photos. Ew, that's not good, man. Kitty. There's no kitties. No kitties? What about cat? Do we have any catties? Cats. Oh, it's not even a pet. Oh, my God. We got Petsaurus. Yeah. No photos. Okay. That is not good. The cats in the chat are probably going to be getting the claws out shortly. They couldn't go to Catsaurus. They couldn't get the little catty treats. Wait, what were they called in Walmart? Titties. Titty treats. That's how it was actually worded. No joke. Right. Because it's been a bit of a disaster. Let's go to motel. Yeah, budget motel. I don't know anymore. I don't even know which one I've been to anymore. Oh, God, Snake River. Have we actually been here? Powers Motel. Yeah, and a power drive me into the ground. That's exactly what we need. Oh, God, look how old this photo is. Ew. Oh, my God. What's going on here? It looks like a murder scene. Oh, no, this was like we're too late anyway because the ground's already completely red. Oh, boy. And then who's that? I don't know. But, yeah. Wow. That's pretty shit. Actually, when was that photo taken? 2014. Yeah, bullshit. Oh no, is this the dodgy basement? Lots of hardwood. Looks like you're back in business, Wes. Yep, you got all the wood around you. Whether you wake up to it or go to bed, doesn't matter, it remains. I'm sure Indiana will be pleased by that, because look at that, Indiana, you even got a back room, you got a heater as well, you got a nice little chair to sit on. Wow, you're completely fully kitted out. Okay, duplicate photo, don't care about that. Oh, God. So much wood. A TV. Not quite good. Oh, the microwave and a TV. Yeah, come on, man. We're going to reach new frequencies and wave stations we've never seen before. We're going to activate new hidden channels. First of all, you've got to turn the TV on. We can turn the microwave on, put some dodgy aluminum foil. Yeah, aluminum. And then turn the microwave on. It'll start frizzing about and causing all kinds of issues. And all the microwaves will be emitted out of it and will go right into the TV. And it will connect to a new neural pathway. Come on. That's what it's all about. New connections formed. Yes, we're going for a refurb. About time, Linda. Let's see. Oh my God, what's that? A little stepladder. Oh my God, Indiana. Oh, Indiana, you've left your little stepladder around. Oh, your little stepladder. Oh, what a shame. Okay, so that door's got no knob. Does it? I don't know. It's a small knob. That's what Ellen Berg said. And that little cupboard there is tiny. That's not good. Wait, hold on. Weedleby. We've got an issue here. Maybe Mabel as well. Oh, Mabel. Weedleby, whoever, same person. If you plan on visiting here for like some kind of party,
don't bother trying because I don't think you'll be able to fit through that door. That's not going to end well. No. Let's move on. Oh my god, Missy. What the hell's this? We've got fucking light bulbs stuck into the wall. What is this? I've never seen this before. We've got a plug socket in the side of the wall near the mirror. What is going on? Oh my god. There's got no... Oh god, fuck. What are these doing here? Oh my god, it looks like what you'd see above a mirror in a dressing room of people dressing up as females. Well, yeah, like Kurt Wadsworth. What is going on? And oh look, we've got a dodgy hole in the wall back there, followed by another one. Yeah, got the hidden cameras. Ew. That's not good. Oh my god, we got tiny little holes there as well. God, the rats, the mice, they're trying to penetrate through my defense line. Yeah, they might be in the chat, but the floodgates are trying to hold it back. God, we gotta stop this apocalypse from happening. Let's move on. Oh, back to the snow, relevant to how it is. True. When was it taken? 2016. Okay. Okay, we've got sink, clean. And there's one thing I've not seen yet. Any towels? Where's the towels? There's no towels. Oh no. What's this? Punish me for free. Good deal. Let's move on. Oh my god. Okay, so we've got a toilet there. Pretty basic. Got some rolls. Yeah, stony. It's all fine. Look, you got 2 lots of rolls. Bella V, if you pop in, you've got another roll as well. You're not going to run out. No one's going to be pissing themselves dry. Kaylee, you're okay as well. It's under control. It's under control here. Everything's fine. Now, speaking of which, my god, what is that XL toilet brush back there? My god, Ellenberg. Yeah, the one where you were gifted by Pancakes wasn't too big. Oh yeah, I know, Ellenberg. You like to scale up. You like to round up to the nearest decimal, man. All about a mathematical equation. But one thing that never lies is the girth and length of a fucking toilet brush head. Yeah, and the roughness of the tip of it. It's got to be as rough as possible to be a good scrub-a-dub. Yeah, up and down, all over the place, Ellenberg. I'm sure you've used many of them. Come on. Yeah, oh my god, Ellenberg, you want to challenge me to why I'm suggesting, why I'm assuming, why you use a toilet brush a lot? Well, it's because you're in the presence of fucking Kurt Wadsworth. He's talking a load of shit, a lot of petty-ass bullshit coming out of the mouth. So you got to use that toilet brush and give it a good scrub-dub down because it gets too hectic at times. My god. See, this is what I mean, Ellenberg. Things could have been said in a very calm manner, but unfortunately, that cannot happen, can it? I know. But yeah, massive toilet brush there. That's good to know. Let this... Oh no, we've got the long loading screen of a black photo. Yeah, there we go. At least it actually shows up this time because that last idiot at that store took a photo of darkness. It was like, what was the point of that? So we've got kitchen side. We've got a dodgy plug fitting. Wes, be careful. You might get an electric shock. Okay, it might turn you on, but I don't think it will work out in the long run. That's a dodgy fitting, that. Some dodgy cabinet there. Okay, so is that marble? Maybe it could be fake marble. Mabel. Oh god, Mabel's been doing the fittings in the house. God. Hard floor. My god, Stoney, why have you left all the white powder on the ground? Clean up after yourself. What? It was Maria? Oh, Maria is experimenting? Oh, wow. Let's move on. Oh god, what's going on here? There's a massive crack in the wall, so they've tried and filled it in, but with the wrong colouring. There's a battery box, I think, down there. Some really, really dodgy plug fitting, which is falling out of the wall. God, Weezer. Have you ever seen anything like this before, Weezer? Yeah, it's terrible, isn't it, man? Got to control it. And he's even left his underpants behind, or his trousers. Oh, God, he left in a hurry. What's he doing? He's walking around with no trousers on. He's a danger to society, man. And we've got some weird cubed area. Small and enclosed space. If that's how you like it. Move on. Okay, so we've got a corner of the room in case you want to put your head in the corner of the room. Because you know what? Let me tell you something. Yes, Maria. You prefer this voice. Yes, Maria. Meow. What
you see in front is the corner of the room. If any of you misbehave, you need to take a time out. You need to think about your actions and what you just said. So lean into the corner of the room and stay there until necessary, okay? Let's move on. Oh no, we've got a TV up there, dodgy fitting, too high up, you're going to get neck ache. We're going to get oil as well, and fuel, petrol and gas. We're going to spread it all around, light the building on fire, and burn in the apocalypse. Yeah. And we've also got a lot of tape down here, so if we need to tape anyone up, you need to put some tape around someone's mouth or some around someone's legs or arms. Yeah, you're really into that sort of stuff. Dirty ass bitch, you know, you can use it. Yeah, wheel me, you can do it as well. Let's move on. Oh yeah, get the power going, glowing, the radiance of it, my god, is reflecting off Honey's glasses. Burley extended stay rooms for rent available today. Kitchenettes, pet friendly. Wi-Fi TV, great prices, weekly and monthly, 7 great locations. Great. Pet friendly, yet they share a photo of a dog. What about the kitty cats? What about kitty cats? Where are them? Yeah, kitty cats are welcome as well. Okay, that's it for that. So I think we've been very successful as for this area. I mean, we've got a couple more, but we don't want to get too confused by them because we have been kind of nearby in the past. So let's just go to the airport. We need to get away from here. We just need to fly away. Just go anywhere, man. Oh, God, we're not going to be going anywhere. There has been fucking planted into the ground. I think something like that would do. No missiles. What a shame. Barely Simplot Airport. Yeah. Oh my god, Wes, you're going to try and restore that? Come on, Wes, restore it now. Growl and howl into the midnight where you're trying to fix the engine and propellers, and you stood around completely lost, wondering what am I going to do with the body remains of a fucking plane, man. Got no wings, got no arms. It's completely useless out of function and use. Oh my. Let's move on. But no one's been this angry looking at planes before, just me. Yeah, planes. Yeah. Anyway, I think that comes to a bit of a conclusion, don't you think? Right, so as said, make sure to list any comments down below if you have questions, observations, anything you've noticed, any criticism, whatever it may be. Feel free to list it down below if you didn't manage to fit it or get it to say in this live chat, okay? Hopefully you found this video somewhat interesting. You may have learned something new, or it just restated something, I don't know. And yes, hope you enjoyed. See you next time. Thanks for watching. Goodbye and good night for now.